It's hard to describe the mood I'm in right now. It's kind of like real. It's dreary and drony, but it's not. It's not depressed. It's kind of like a calm state where I feel awake and I can feel into my body. I can feel everything. I don't feel numb. But my head is literally empty. I'm not sure if I like it or don't like it because I don't have enough. I don't have enough emotional opinion on the matter to say I like it or dislike it. Do you know what I mean? God, I wish I could be more charismatic than this, but I don't know. I guess anyhow, the reason I'm putting this video up is it's to talk about how to deal with anxiety, and I'm not going to get into that fully in this video because it's a long topic. But I have an ebook that I'll be selling. It'll be for sale in August, and yeah, because I'm someone who did suffer from it for a while, and every big action I ever took was kind of coming from a place of anxiety. And when you make a big decision, take a big action, coming from a place of anxiety, it's one thing to conquer your fears, right? That's one thing. But when you're actually coming at a situation, coming from a perpetual state of anxiety, right? You're setting yourself up for an outcome that. And I'm not talking about going over and talking to a girl in a fucking nightclub or something like that, right? That's one thing, right? That's fine. That's like conquering your fears, and you can kind of go after it and you can laugh at that. Like, but I'm talking about moving to a different city and leaving your family behind and taking up a job that you weren't sure of just because you're anxious and you need to get out of this house. You know, you need to get away from your family. You need to. When you take decisions like that, coming from a place of anxiety, or when you start up your own business, or because I'm sure a lot of you guys are very good. Obviously, like a lot of people on this page are very haven't really participated in this group at all. But just looking at some of your videos, you're some very good ideas, and I have a lot of respect for all of you people. Like, but I guess that what I would say is that based on my life experiences, not my life story, because I like to detach myself from my life story, because my life story does not serve me at this point in time. I'm 22 years of age, and I'm completely moving in a completely different direction than where I have ever been before. But from my life experiences, I've kind of learned that when I approach things from an aggressive, gotta conquer the world attitude, or maybe it's because I have thought patterns in relation to that, but when I come at things from that perspective, it's never a healthy perspective, because it's not coming from a place of, oh, I love what I'm doing, I want to continue doing this because I love it. It's kind of coming from a place of, I'm gonna fucking show everybody up now with what I'm about to do. And I don't have like some partial success with it in the initial stages, but when you come at things from that kind of perspective, it comes back and it bites you in the ass. And that comes down to anxiety as well, because when we're anxious, when we're tight, when our bodies are tight, we're looking to. This doesn't feed into business plans or anything like that. This is just general life shit. When we're really trying to prove someone else wrong, we're coming from a place of not feeling worthy and feeling like we have to prove something and feeling not comfortable within ourselves. And regardless of how we come across to other people, or regardless of what we achieve in this life, if we're coming from a place of knowing who we are and knowing the particular way that we are, And when I say that with caution. I don't mean define yourself. I just mean know yourself in this moment and in every moment, because in another moment I will not be giving off this type of energy. I may be more angry, I might be more energetic and charismatic than I am now. Do you know what I mean? But it's knowing who you are in that moment and taking reasonable action in that moment. Not like cautious action all the time, right? Fuck it. Sometimes you have to go for it, and that's what I'm kind of doing in my life at the moment. I'm selling this car, and I'm moving abroad soon. I'm leaving everything behind soon enough in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But you can't do things erratically. When you do things erratically, you are not being brave. You are not being fearless. You are coming from a place of fear. Do you know what I mean? That's something that's been the biggest lesson I've learned in my life so far. Also, don't think you're better. Like, regardless of where you are in your life, and this is where I was coming. This is another thing that came back and caused me to crash into a wall. And I'm kind of picked up the pieces to a large extent, but I'm still picking up the pieces. Is when we think we're superior to someone else because we might be more intelligent, we might be stronger, we might just know more about something. When we think we're superior to someone else, and we create our self-image around that illusion, right? Because we're all the same. We're all in our greatest form. We are all capable of so much, right? But when we hold the mindset, the belief system that we are better than someone else, and that we need to tell them how to live or look down on them for how they live, which is something I wouldn't consider myself too guilty of anymore. But when we do that, we're also coming from a place of fear. Everything ties back to fear. Do you know what I mean? Everything is fear that I am not good enough, so I need to prove myself to be good enough. This video hasn't really been about anxiety, actually. I should really set my intention a bit better. But I think I've said some stuff that's of some worth to me. That's of some lessons that I've learned in the last time. My eyes are squinting up here. Kind of getting a bit. I'm starting to get angry or something. I don't know. Sorry, I couldn't be more inspirational. Hopefully there was something of value in this. I have a fucking book on anxiety coming out in the next month. I'll probably be in a better place in a week or two when I've got more momentum going. But yeah. That's all I have to say for today. I'm not sure how it will be received or anything like that, but maybe it's of what.